Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Doncic out there with Mr. Incredible. Then it's Big Smooth, and it's Ruiz in at the 4.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Swanson, again the West All-Stars.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
"17-foot shot on the way, and he hits the jumper for 2.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Now, here's Doncic from outside off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Pippen, and it's Pippen slamming it down.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And here's the West with the ball. Here is Mr. Incredible. Pass to Doncic. Jokic with his screen on White. The 3 for Doncic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 6 points.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Baku, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Ruiz. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. From the wing, Big Smooth shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's White. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star Week as well.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He has yet to score. Count the basket.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now here's Pippen. Five on the clock. Here's Baku. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Pass to Doncic. Jokic with his screen on White. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Again, the West All-Star.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
It's tipped. Pippen dishes to White. Back to Pippen. And the shot is good. Pippen's got his second basket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Pass to Mr. Incredible. From the arc. Connects from three-point range. Mr. Incredible's got 5.
Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Here's Haynes. Good on the three-point shot.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Doncic. Fires for 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Edwards. Here's Big Smooth from outside the arc. Doncic, no good.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter. Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, here's Jay, and the rejection by Pippen. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Davis is checked in. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Davis. Edwards against White. There's the drive. Oh, and slam it down!
Takeoff! Oh, my goodness!
Did you see that?
How did he do that?
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Haynes to the paint. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Puts it up. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now White. Over Edwards. White, good. White's got 11.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The East All-Stars up on top, leading by a point. And the second quarter about to get started. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And for the West, we've got Anthony Edwards. Anthony Davis is out there with Big Smooth. Then there's Jay, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The West trails by 3. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. It's Pippen on the wing. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Jay. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Jay's got his second bucket of the night. Here's White. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the East All-Stars?
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Here's Haynes, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Big Smooth, guarded by Pippen. It's stolen by White. Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Doncic is checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Wembanyama looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Doncic. High post shot. It's hauled in by the East.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And that one, good. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Here's Edwards. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The East leading by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Floats it up for Wembanyama. In close, Doncic.
Excellent finish that time inside by Doncic. He's highly skilled. I mean, that's obvious. What's not so obvious is how big he is. This guy looks me eye to eye.
Outside Pippen. It's stolen. Swanson. Oh, he's a high flyer.
Oh, look at that elevation and throw down. Oh, yeah. He's in this game for a reason, Kev.
Here's White. Releases from the wing and drills it. White's got 16 points.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Doncic knocks in the three.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
White inside. Edwards there. Fades away. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Jays check in for the West. Mr. Incredible comes in for Edwards. Wembanyama down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The East leading by 4. Here's Pippen. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Davis is checked in.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
He's guarded by Davis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. He's got 8.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Doncic kicks to Davis. Back to Doncic. The shot from 20 feet away. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
6 on the shot clock. And here's Pippen. He has 6. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Davis setting the pick for Doncic. The 3. The deep shot falls for Doncic.
He has been dropping bombs since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since then.
Over in the corner, White, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Jokic, he's checked in for Davis, and it's Big Smooth in for Jay. Here's White. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Doncic kicks to Jokic. Back to Doncic. Doncic drops the hammer.
Boy, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Doncic against White. Takes it inside. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. 1 second left. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. East All-Stars lead by 4. The East leading by 4. Tipped away. And for the West, Mr. Incredible is out there with Doncic. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Big Smooth. And it's Ruiz in at the power forward position. Outside for Pippen. And the layup is good. Pippen's got 10.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
Jokic with it. Four on the shot clock. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And that's now 9 points for Mr. Incredible. And here are the East All-Stars. The lead is 2. Baku, Jokic defending. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The East All-Stars shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. The West trails by 5. To the inside. Shots good by Mr. Incredible. He's got 11.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
White goes in. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Pass to Big Smooth. Doncic against White. Here is Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Outside for Pippen. White against Doncic. The fadeaway. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Launches it. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the jam by White.
Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jokic. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Jokic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I know Jokic would perhaps rather find penetration, but he can hit.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Doncic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column. giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
The East leading by 5. Haynes passes to Pippen. It's White on the wing. 5 to shoot. Doncic with the steal. Launches a 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Wow, just a 2-point East All-Star lead.
It always seems like Doncic is playing with something to prove. Well, I'll tell you what, he's proving plenty tonight. You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 6. Ruiz the pass to Swanson. 6 to shoot. Here's Mr. Incredible. And it's the East with the rebound.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the West. Jokic with the steal. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
All-Stars ball.
The East leading by 4. Hands it from downtown. 11 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
White bounce pass. Defended by Wembanyama. 2 on the clock. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from him. Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
The shot's good. White's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
So for the West, Jay comes in for Jokic, and Anthony Edwards subbed in for Doncic. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Down low, all alone. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Swanson. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. It's good. And it's 13 points for Mr. Incredible. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
White finds Pippen. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the East leads by 6. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Jay. Here is Mr. Incredible. 13 points in the game. Clock at 6. Wembanyama outside. He's off from 17 feet. Pippen feeling it out a bit. It's White on the wing. This one for 3. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so it's the East All-Stars in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, we're back in a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Here's Jay. Doncic outside. That three off the mark.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
The West trails by 7. On the floor for the West All-Stars, you've got Luka Doncic. The height of Wembanyama on the line. Wow!
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here.
Pass to Doncic.
Reaching foul. White. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Thrown back. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Pass to Ruiz. Here's Wembanyama. Count it, good. Wembanyama's got 4 this quarter.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out. And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And out of bounds, the East All-Stars will have it. Jokic has checked in for Wembanyama.
Substitution on the court.
The East leading by 3. Here's Haynes. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
Now, Doncic. Shot from the wing. The West again cannot hit. Right side, Pippen. Jokic defended. lays it up off the glass. And now an 8-point East All-Star lead. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Ruiz. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. Edwards knocking down the J.
This is what makes Edwards so tough to defend. I mean, incredible at making hard shots.
And White kicks to Pippen. Good ball movement here by the East. To the middle. Here's Baku. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pass to Jokic. Doncic dishes to Edwards. And the West hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
White finds Pippen. Haynes, guarded by Doncic. Edwards against White. Over Edwards. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I mean, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
Big Smooth, he's checked in for the West. Mr. Incredible comes in for Edwards. Here is Mr. Incredible, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The East leading by 5. Here's Haynes. Jokic with the steal. Pass break. Here comes the West.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
And so we see a technical foul called here. They're going to hit him for hanging too long on the rim.
And though I know he's having fun, it's unnecessary. Showing up the other team either here or down the road, that can give them some motivation against you.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Pippen outside.
2 minutes remaining.
And then Pippen slams it in.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Pass to Ruiz. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists now tonight.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team, yet totally unselfish.
White left side. Outside Pippen. Here's Haynes. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Baku. Outside White. Good. White's got 42 in the game.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning. How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Here's White. Buries it from 3-point range. White's got 45 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Number 1. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. So it's the West now.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Jokic with his screen on White. And here's Doncic from the arc. They get it again. Out left to the wing. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And, you know, that vision from the 6'10" center, very impressive. Jokic is a wizard as a passer.
Fourth team foul. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. We both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Buries it from outside. Doncic with the steal.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.